Let's go, yeah. All out of state, so the man they never seen that. Ain't fat, Joe, and snap your fingers, then you lean back. All out of state, so the man they never seen that. Ain't fat, Joe, and snap your fingers, then you lean back.
Bula, and welcome to our very first episode of Viti Vibes, where inspired youth inspired youth. I'm your host, Shannon Pramal. Today has been highly anticipated for us here at Viti Vibes, as we get to proudly say that this is the first show of its kind that is by Fijian youth and for Fijian youth. Our show is here to serve as a place within traditional media for all young Fijians to showcase themselves, their stories, their thoughts and opinions, and their content. Keeping this in mind, we want you to know that this is a community show and your involvement is highly encouraged. Therefore, we want to extend the opportunity and openly invite any and every young Fijian community member, no matter where you may live in the world. That being said, our show is launching in perfect timing with some very special occasions as well. Did you know that the month of May is Asian, South Asian, and South Pacific Islander Heritage Month? Knowing this gives us all the more reason to acknowledge and celebrate our uniquely diverse population. No matter where in the world you may be watching from, we're all united through our mutual connection to the South Pacific. With all of that being said, to kick off our first episode, we have our first special guest of the show, who will be talking about all things related to music and youth, so please have a look. Hello, and thank you for sticking around with us here at Viti Vibes, the show where inspired youth inspire youth. I'm your host, Shannon Pramal. Today, in our studios, we have two young visionaries who are also up-and-coming music artists from the Fijian community. They go by the names of Forever Prince and Fiji Tomorrow. So let me introduce you to them. Thank you guys so much for coming into our studio today. You guys are actually our first guests, and so that's super exciting, our first episode of Viti Vibes, and we get to see two young, up-and-coming artists from the Fijian community. This is making me so excited to get to talk to you guys more, and I'm sure the viewers are also looking forward to seeing how this show plays out. So thank you for being here. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling?
Doing great.
Doing great?
So far, everything's been going great.
Yeah, you guys mentioned earlier that this is your first time actually.
First interview. Yeah.
First interview, first TV interview too, right?
Yeah.
All right, no pressure, no pressure. But yeah, I'll allow you guys to introduce yourselves to the audience. Tell them a little bit about yourself. I'll start off with you, Prince.
Yeah, so I'm 21 years old, turned 20 this year. Yeah, I've been, into the music things for a while. I've been DJing since grade 11, so that's been kind of like my backstory. And then music, I got into it about a year ago, along with Tomorrow here, and then we just from there just hit it off. And I've obviously have other hobbies that I do, but music is something that kind of, lets me be myself and get out there. So.
Yeah, and for me, I started like freestyle rapping during high school. And I thought it was okay. All my friends would bash on me about it. And then eventually, we would sit down, and we have actually another buddy of ours named Akash, and we were in a group called VC3. So we were all together making music, and we decided, hey, we should just release a song. And then from there, it just gradually got better and better and better.
That's really cool. So you guys started out as a group, but now you guys are going on your own solo thing?
Yeah.
Okay, does the group still make music together, or?
We might have something coming later down the road.
Something later. Okay, you guys heard it here. Maybe later. Anyways, I want the viewers to get to know you a little bit more, so I think just to make you guys a little comfortable too, it'd be most suitable if we go for a rapid fire round. Just simple questions that I'm going to ask you related to your taste in music, stuff like that. So I'm going to start off, and then we'll go Prince, and then you can answer right after.
Okay.
All right, so ready? Okay. What is your least favorite genre of music?
Least favorite, I'd have to probably go with rock, to be honest, rock or country. There is some, but country isn't my vibe, so either rock or country.
For me, it's got to be metal, heavy, rock.
The screamo kind of
Yeah, I don't really like that much, but whoever's preference that is, or just always all around.
For sure, we're all entitled to our own opinions.
Exactly.
Okay, so who's your favorite artist at the moment?
It's always gonna be Chris Brown.
Always, so that's your all-time favorite too.
All time, and it's always gonna.
Okay, so who's your favorite artist at the moment?
I don't really have a favorite, but at the moment, I would say it's Blast.
Oh, actually, I would have answered the same thing right now. Yeah. All right, what's your favorite song at the moment?
Favorite song right now? Oh man, there's a lot out there, but I got to give it to Justin Bieber, Peaches.
Okay.
That's kind of my vibe right now. So
Peaches is a pretty good song.
All right, what about you?
I don't know. Honestly, I listen to everything.
Everything?
I don't have like a favorite song that I just go to right away. It's just more like shuffle, whatever plays, I'm already vibing.
Okay. All right, my next question is, what artist or song do you think you listen to that people would not expect you to listen to?
People just assume I'm a DJ. I listen to everything, but like when I meet Hispanic people, like I listen to Ozuna, a lot of Bad Bunny, so a lot of Latin music. So people wouldn't really look at me and be like, "Hey, like, oh, you listen to Latin music, right?"
Yeah,
So
Latin music has
Latin
been on
music
the
in
up,
general
like-
is something.
It's
Yeah.
been-
Yeah, Ozuna and like Bad Bunny, like those type of Nicky Jam, Anuel, so all those guys.
They are bops, yeah.
I'll say the same thing. A lot of Spanish bangers. I like the R&B scene. I like the low down stuff, like with Blast, of course, Ty Dolla $ign, like all of those guys.
Okay.
Amazing.
Well, if you had to listen to one song for the rest of your life, what song would that be?
Again, I gotta go with my boy Chris Brown, probably Forever.
That is a timeless classic.
I gotta say Pac. Shorty Want to Be a Thug. That's my favorite song of all time. I can bump that anywhere.
Nice. Okay, do you guys play any instruments?
I did back when I was younger. I used to play tolak,
Okay.
and I in grade 7 band. I used to play the trombone.
Ah, nice,
Yeah,
nice,
man.
nice.
High school from grade 8 to grade 10, I played guitar, but that was about it.
Okay. Who would be your dream collab?
Whew, a dream collab. And you're talking about anybody.
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 If I had to be honest, like, yeah, like, again, like, you know, who people would probably guess who, but if I had to go old school, I'll probably go Biggie.
Nice.
Biggie Smalls. I just like his flow. I don't know why. I feel like we could make something out of it.
Yeah, for me, it'd either be Snoop or Lil Baby, because they go nuts.
Nice,
baby.
nice, nice. Well, that was our rapid fire round. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys had some fun answering those
That was
questions.
fun.
So you guys are up and coming music artists. So how long have you guys been pursuing this path?
Honestly, probably like 3 years ago, we played on the same soccer team, so we would be sitting down after like practice, and we would just talk about it. And like I said, eventually we just ended up making this decision to just go for our first song.
Okay.
And our first song, we wrote it in 30 minutes.
You made it in 30
Yeah,
minutes.
we made the song in
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Like you made the whole track and then did the lyrics on top of that in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
Because we were just like sitting down. It was again in our friend's basement, and he just because he makes beats, and we were just sitting
Okay.
down the bed, and just like words just started coming out. We started feeling the beat, and then yeah, less than 30 minutes, not like we made a song. But now like because of that, like everything comes naturally. Like a song, to be honest, like me personally, I can make it in an hour if I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are some fast workers. I could never.
Yeah.
Preparing for this show takes a lot longer than that. You guys are incredible.
Yeah.
So you said you played soccer. So outside of music, you have any other hobbies? So I guess soccer is one of yours.
Soccer, like just playing sports all around, going out.
What about you, Prince?
Same with me. Soccer. I've been playing since I was 5 years old. This might be a little different from other dudes, but I love shopping. To be honest,
Oh,
like
nice.
I love shopping.
Shopping. I like eating food, fam.
Food too,
Food,
but
yeah.
I don't know, shopping's just my thing. Because I'm very passionate about like going.
Yeah, I know. I love the fits here.
So thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to ask you guys, because your name's Forever Prince and then Fiji Tomorrow. These are your artist names, of course, but is there like a backstory to how you got these names, or is it just something you kind of just chose or just kind of went with?
I'll let you answer first, and then I'll go.
Alright, for me, it's like Prince just started off in high school, so like I love Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Oh,
In high
okay.
school, I always used to dress up like him and stuff, and people kind of gave me the name Fresh Prince, right?
Okay.
So I kind of went with that, and when I started DJing, I came up with DJ Prince, right? I mean, it is, of course, a lot of people who are, Princes out there, but like, I want to, be the best one out there, right? I'm not trying to like put anyone down, but you always want to be the
Yeah,
best
of
one,
course.
right?
You got to think of yourself in the highest respect, right?
Exactly, and then Forever Prince just came along. I was just sitting, trying to think of names, and I think thinking name is harder than making a song. To be
So
honest,
much harder than.
because like that's like you, right? So
Yeah.
Forever Prince just came into my head just like that.
Nice.
Yeah, for me, I actually started off as Sosa, and then I went to Fiji Tomorrow because I wanted to bring up our Fijian community, because no one else is doing it like how I'm like doing it out here, and I'm trying to bring it up and like make our people more recognizable amongst everyone else, especially from Canada and Vancouver. It's very hard for us to get out there.
Yeah,
So-
I know, like, especially here in the Lower Mainland, like, we are the minority population,
Exactly,
right?
100%, yeah.
So it's super hard for us, or people to be, like, showcased, and when it is, like, we are such a tight-knit community that, like, we all know, right? So when someone's repping, like, the whole community, like,
Everyone
always
knows.
like, yeah, everyone knows, and that's what I love about you guys, like young Fijian visionaries, literally.
Yep.
So actually, I wanted to ask you guys. So, what was your inspiration for like your music?
Personally, for me, it was just because it's sometimes very personal things, but I love talking about it. Like when I was younger, I wasn't really in. If you take like, let's say like if you go to Fijian hall parties, like go to any hall parties, Arabic hall party, you see the music, you see how people come together, and it's just so fun because literally you don't know the person beside you, but you're
And
jamming
then
out
you
to
just
like
start
Shah
partying
Khan,
with
you
them,
know,
dancing with
You know what I
them.
mean?
Yeah.
So there you go. It's another example right there.
All right. So, how about like with the music you create? Because obviously now we mentioned that like music evokes certain emotions, and they're able to like connect with people. So, what do you think the music you create is trying to evoke? Or what do you want your audience or viewers to feel with your music?
The music, like my first song I just released right now, is doing pretty well. When I wrote that song, I was just thinking about someone else that I used to talk to before.
Is it like a significant other?
A significant other
Okay.
from LA.
Oh, okay.
That's why the song is like West Coast vibes.
All right.
And no one else is doing that in their city, so I decided to bring that flavor over here.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. And for other people, like, I want them to listen to my music. And like my lyrics is all facts. Like everything you hear from my song is everything.
You don't want to be capping.
The stuff I've been through or how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So like if I can make you feel how I'm feeling, then you're connected to my story somehow.
Yeah, for sure. I think the truth, making sure like your lyrics are credible.
Yeah, exactly.
That's super important because a lot of people out here think they can get away with
100%.
saying things that aren't really true. So I appreciate that you brought that up.
With mine, it's honestly mine's more mellow. Again, it's all my thoughts, because my most recent song that I'm gonna be bringing out on May 13th is being released. It's a lot of my feelings on past, again, relationships and stuff, feelings. You know what I mean? So, and that's like people be like, oh, why is it always about that? But that brings out the best of artist, what you're feeling inside. So, like he said, like our lyrics, like we support each other. Like I send in my stuff, like, hey, is this good, right? Because when you look at each lyrics, like when you read it, it's like something that you want to hit the person in the heart, right?
Yeah.
And you want to hit yourself in the heart. Like I sometimes go over my own tracks and be like, damn, like that's me.
Yeah.
Like you don't even know that
Like
you're
you can
writing
connect
it down.
with your own music. That's great. Yeah.
You just write it down, and then after you're like, whoa, that's how I feel.
And it's not
Nice.
like it's not just for other people, it's for myself too. Like I realize like whenever I release a song, it will be out there forever. Like I'm creating my own legacy.
Yeah, it's like your own history basically.
Exactly. And behind that, like with my name, Fiji Tomorrow, like when people
Nice.
think about it, then they're
Yeah.
like, okay, Fiji, like, I'm bringing
Exactly.
people up. So.
Some people have photo albums, you have your music album.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
All that stuff. So.
So I want to ask you, what is like? Have you guys come across any struggles, like as since you've become artists, or like when you've been creating music, since you've went down this path? Have you come across any obstacles, struggles? Yes, maybe.
A little bit, like people say like, you're not good. Your
Oh, okay.
song's bad, stuff like that. But like obviously, I take creative criticism. Like if you're streaming my song, you're just helping me either way. So I don't care if you hate on me or
It's
not.
like a full Cardi B moment.
If you hate on me or not,
Like
it's
you're
okay.
helping me.
I don't care. But yeah, I mean, like I've heard a lot from other people. Like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be hearing like auto-tune artists, this, that. But like for me, like this is the first song. Like I can rap, but like this is the first time I actually tried to sing
Trust
on a
me.
song. And when I sang on it, everyone was just like, "What? Like where did this come from?" Like
Oh, wow.
everyone was beating on me saying I can't sing, and I just sang.
I actually did listen to your song, and I want to just give you credit where it's due. It is super catchy. I want to give you the credit where it's due. Anyways.
For me, it was, maybe at the start, it was kind of like, making one sentence was hard. It was like, oh, it's like, this doesn't make sense, right? But slowly catching on. And then, yeah, man, there's just a lot of, there's a lot of people out there who don't wish good upon others, and we've had, again, criticism come towards us, but the best thing is killing with kindness, just take it the one ear to get out the other.
Absolutely.
Because if you react, karma's gonna come back at you, right? So it's kind of like, just take it in and be like, okay, because you at the end, one hater to 10 people that support you is nothing.
Exactly.
Okay, so-
I love your guys' confidence. I just want to say that, point that out.
Yeah.
Like, I really appreciate it. And I think you guys could be really good role models and good examples of what it is to, like, put practice into your craft and be able to move forward with it and be confident in what you do. Anyways, my next question, actually, this is more related to, like, the Fijian community and, like, our kind of thoughts and opinions. So, obviously music is not like a traditional path that most parents would want you, especially Fijian parents would want you to pursue. Usually it's doctor, lawyer, engineer. I'm sure it's like a ethnic like minority problem. Many people can relate. But I want to ask, like, do your parents know? How they take it? What's the reaction?
At the start, so when I first started, right, obviously parents be like, hey, what is this? And the Fiji people, you can understand, Igonchie, you know what I mean?
So you played your music for them? Or?
Yeah, first time. And then I could tell my dad kind of liked it, you know? He was kind of iffy about it because obviously parents want us to work, you know, make the money and stuff, right? But I'm not going to lie, like my parents have been supporting me and it's just been really good, you know? It's not only my parents, my mom, my uncles, my aunts, like, we went on a family trip, they're playing my song. It's like upbringing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, having that support from your friends and family definitely makes it the extra cherry on top.
And I just got to say quickly to the parents out there, like, you know, like, yeah, it may not sound good, but just support your kids, you know what I mean? Because parents who don't support kids, it's just not a good thing because, you know, they might go on the wrong path, right? And I guess you can relate with me too.
Yeah, like if your kid wants to make music, like help him pursue that passion. You never know where he's gonna end up.
Yeah.
Like that could be him beating his demons. Like that could be him actually becoming a star.
Yeah.
You don't know what the future holds for you. So it's like always be supportive of the person, right?
Yeah, whether it's music or whether it's anything else, for sure.
Really,
yeah. Music is definitely one of those things that's very therapeutic for us, especially like as youth. It's super therapeutic. And actually, I did like a lot of research for school and stuff, but music is actually like really good for helping people with developmental disabilities, for example, let alone like people who don't have developmental disabilities, but is still able to be very therapeutic to us. Yeah. So definitely, like, I want to let parents know that don't shut your kids down from pursuing their dreams. Definitely, like, support them within reason. Of course, you don't want them to like just. We all know our parents have our best interests for us. Yeah. So obviously, just be a little fair, compromise a little bit, but definitely support them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what about your family's reaction?
Well, my family's reaction, my dad was very happy.
Really?
He would go everywhere, like show like my son's a rapper. My son's a rapper. Like, honestly, but like our first song was like listening back to it now, like where we started and stuff. It's like okay, like people. If my family thought that this was good and where I am now, I know I can make it somewhere with their support.
Nice.
Right? So like I only got better because of them. If they shut me down from that first song, then I would have never knew my full potential.
Absolutely. So you mentioned to the parent, we already addressed the parents. So what if, what's some advice that you'd have for, say, someone young that wants to come up in the music scene? Do you have any advice that you'd give a young person?
I mean, I would say like stay steady focused on it. Like in the beginning, your numbers are not going to be there. Nothing's going to be there. You're going to be doing the music for yourself. So when you first do it, it's going to be for yourself.
Absolutely.
Right? And everyone's first song is not going to be a bang. You can't say it's going to be a banger. Never, like, you know, there's people who do make bangers off the first song, but not always is going to be, you know? You're only going to get better over time.
It's always trial and error.
Yeah, so like, the thing is, like, stick through it. It's like anything, right? It's like a job. Like, stick through it. Eventually you'll get to a good place.
Yeah. How about you, Prince?
Just because man, just stick through it. And another thing I would say, once you do get into it, always stay humble. You know, you don't want to put yourself out there as that guy or that artist, you know, and then people come after you. Like we were lucky enough to have role models who taught us this, right? So we're going to teach all the Fijian kids, hey, listen, you're doing good. Yeah, if you pop off, you know, be happy. You can celebrate, but just stay humble throughout your work.
Yeah.
You know? So.
That's amazing. I appreciate that. Your words of advice for our young viewers as well that are watching. So I want to get to your guys' music, last but not least. So you both have singles coming out. You actually have a single that's coming out.
Yeah.
And you actually have one that's about to come out. So I want you guys to talk a little bit more on the details of that.
So my single actually just came out, and it's doing pretty well right now. I want to push it even more, so that's why I'm here. I want it to be known for everyone, like what I'm doing for the community. My music isn't just for here, just for us. It's literally for every Fijian community out there in like the Bay Area, here, like Calgary, everywhere.
Yeah, when one of us do it, we're all doing
exactly.
it.
Like,
we all got to be on each other's back about it.
I want everyone on this train. I want everyone to push. I want it to go crazy. You know.
Absolutely.
I want to be the first artist with Fiji in their name to pop off like this for our community.
Absolutely. What about you?
Yeah, you know, like we were talking about it the other day. Like if we look at it, we're probably one of the youngest upcoming Fijian artists in the community. Because to be honest, I know people are older than us who are, but it's just really like, whoa, like we sat there and we're like, yo, we might be the youngest ones out here, right? And then my song that's coming out on May 13th, also I wanted to, get it out there for everybody also. It's more of a R&B type of song, and to be honest, like, when I sang that, I didn't even know I could do that. We were in the studio, and he looked at me, he's like,
Always fill yourself up with surprises, too.
Where did this come from?
right? But yeah, it's coming out May 13th, it's going to be on all platforms, and yeah, man, we just want people to listen to our music. Hopefully they love it, share it, and just enjoy it.
Easy with it, yeah. Just really enjoy it. Like, sharing it and like tagging us is like whatever. Like, that's for us to get out there. But like, I want you to feel my music. I want you to like really like it and like keep playing my music because you like it, not because I'm telling you to play it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So that was Forever Prince and Fiji Tomorrow, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us on our first episode of Viti Vibes. Yeah, so make sure you check out their singles. Fiji Tomorrow actually already dropped his. It's called All You, featuring It's Gur. And it's available on all streaming platforms. And Forever Prince's single, it's called I Don't Wanna. It'll be available May 13th, 2021. And you can also view that on all streaming platforms, so stay tuned to that. Mark that down in your calendars. And here are the teasers for that.
Catch a vibe with you, baby. On my mind, I be tripping on you lately. In your eyes, I can tell that you need me. You be catching the love like a hobby. I got you, you got me. I want you, and you want me.
Thank you, Forever Prince and Fiji Tomorrow. It was a pleasure having you come into our studio. Today, we have Tasha Chan for this week's segment of Mental Mindset. Tasha is a neuropsychology student who is currently on her way to becoming a clinical neuropsychologist. She is also a proud advocate for mental health and hopes to continue destigmatizing the conversation around mental health through her own Instagram page at helpingminds.tc. Without further ado, here's Tasha Chan.
Hello, I'm Tasha Chand, a neuropsychology student and a mental health advocate, here to talk to you today about our mental health during COVID. Firstly, mental health refers to our well-being in three major aspects: emotional, psychological, which refers to our mind, and social. Now, we've been stuck in this pandemic for over a year now, and it's been tough to say the least. There's financial stress, job stress, school stress, and more than anything, we're tired of being cooped up and getting more frustrated as time goes on. There's also a lot of fear in contracting COVID because it's a virus that affects everyone so differently. We are facing many uncertainties and experiencing a lack of control. This can increase anxiety and depression in many people. And if you are going through any of these things, it's okay. It is absolutely okay. It's normal and there's nothing wrong with you. You know, we are not used to being limited in our human interactions, traveling, etc. So we will experience some lows. And our mind, it's a working machine. And just like any other working machine, we must take care of it. So here are a couple ways to reduce these stresses and cope with it. One of them being enjoy nature. Go for a walk. The weather is getting so much better, and oxygen helps in creating a calming effect. Thus, it reduces stress, anxiety, and anger. Virtually socialize. Video call your loved ones as much as you can. Pick up a hobby, pick up a project, be productive. Being productive will make you feel accomplished, and that will make you feel good. There's also nothing wrong in going to therapy to gain some insight on your emotions. There's apps such as BetterHelp and Talkspace, and many universities and colleges offer free counseling. So nothing wrong. It's a great tool that we have access to, and I recommend everyone to try therapy at least once. Exercising and being active is also another great way because it reduces levels of stress hormones such as cortisol. So I hope you're all keeping healthy mentally and physically. Lean in on your support system. I know there's tough times, but be there for one another and we will get through this. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.
Thank you, Tasha. Make sure to check out her Instagram, which is at helpingminds.tc, for more mental health related posts. That wraps up our show for today, but I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did bringing it to you. Remember that this is your show too, so please feel free to let us know of any feedbacks, comments, or suggestions you may have for future episodes. Not only that, but if you or anyone you know would like to be on our show, then please give us a call at 778-709-2853 or email us at vitivibestv@gmail.com. If you have any events or information that targets or invites Fijian youth, then also please feel free to let us know about that as well. We'd be more than happy to share it with our audience. For sponsorship inquiries, you could also call or email us. Remember, you can catch our show every Thursday at 10 p.m. and the reruns on Sundays at 4:30 p.m., which is right after our parent show, Fijian Focus. For those of you who aren't able to tune into the show on your television, you're able to check it out on Shaw Multicultural Program's YouTube channel. Be sure to like and share the videos with your family and friends. And also be sure to like and follow our Instagram page and Facebook page, which is at Viti Vibes TV. I look forward to seeing you all tune in next week. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. I'm your host, Shannon Pramal.
Let's go, yeah.
All out of state, so the day they never seen that. Ain't fat, Joe, and snap your fingers, then you lean back. All out of state, so the day they never seen that. Ain't fat, Joe, and snap your